This is Member Mission talking to Jason, who's in what year of college?
Second year,
At where?
Colorado State.
And as I've been talking with Jason, I've been interested because one of the places of work is higher education and college, and one of the jobs of the Christian is developing and being able to talk about your own faith and worldview as a Christian. How does that go for you, Jason?
In college, it's difficult. There's a lack of faith and people that are quick to reject God to try and make themselves seem cool and fit in with other people. They don't want to be vulnerable or put themselves out on the line.
What are the kinds of things you talk about as you try to help them see something that they may be missing?
We talk about all kinds of things. I'll talk about, they'll question the amazingness of Jesus, and I tell them, look at the stories, look at the works that he's done. It's truly godly, just things that no complete human could ever do. And I talk about how, like it or not, you are God's child. Just like you can't control who your parents are, like it or not, that's who he is. He loves you unconditionally and the most. And it's something that people need to accept.
Keep going.
He can change your life. You ask for things and they can be granted through him.
What are some of the kinds of changes that you might have seen, maybe in your own life?
He's given me gifts beyond imagination, amazing people that have come into my life. I pray for things when things don't go well and my prayers are answered.
Who were one of those two good people that came into your life?
You and your wife Betty, who's one of the sweetest people I ever knew. Just over Thanksgiving when I was home, I went from the airport to UIC, University of Illinois Chicago, and I spent the night there at my friend's dorm. And as I was coming back, I ended up getting stranded at a bus stop, and I met a homeless man who was just walking by, and he just says to me, "Hi," and I say, "Hi, how are you?" And he stops and we had a whole conversation about religion, and it was fabulous to see someone who had so little still be so happy through his faith. And he was telling me about everything. He was originally from, I can't remember what country in Africa, and he came here hoping for a better life, didn't really make it, and he goes around and he asks for things because he says he can never take, he can never steal, but he can be given things. And we're talking, and he's talking about how people have come into his life and changed his life and given him gifts, and now he feels that God is working through him to spread the word. And it was funny because finally my dad comes to pick me up and we're leaving, and I got in the car and I was telling him about this, and my dad hands me a pen and he's like, "Here, go give this to him." So I go to give it to him and he says, "No, and I was like, "No, please, this is God working through me to help you. God works through other people to help you." So it was a very touching moment, and I really enjoyed it. We sat there and talked probably for 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Rich time.
Very enjoyable.
Let me take you back to college. When you talk with kids, college, your own classmates, hardly kids, what are some of the things that happen that are good?
I've gotten some kids through saying, trust me, church isn't boring, this church is different, it's not like your conventional church that you've been to, and I have to fight with them, but eventually I can get some of them to go, and they come and they really enjoy it. You go in thinking this is going to be boring, this isn't going to be fun, I'm not going to enjoy it, and they come out, at least I know I feel like this, and I've talked to kids that come out feeling like this. You go in empty and you come out feeling refilled and energized, and you have this newfound just energy about you, and you just feel great. And you feel like you take on the world.
And do they keep coming?
Some of them, yes. Some of them go more than I do, actually. And yeah, I've gotten a lot of them to keep coming, and ones that are like, can you show me things in the Bible? Because I'll tell them about some of the Psalms I read that I really like, and they're like, can you show me this? And they start getting into it, and they realize, that what they were basing all their judgments on before was more word of mouth, and they never went to the source to really find where it all begins and lies.
Jason, it sounds like you're a good source. I'd like to keep talking. We'll probably talk some more.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Peace and power.